I know. I know there's a debate if this Hulk, this 2003 Hulk, is even part of the MCU series. Well, I say yes, because it helped bring out the successful version, the Mark Ruffalo version out. This was like them in the works figuring it out. Now, there's some great things in this movie as well as some awful mistakes. Let's look at Ang Lee's 2003 The Hulk. Carolyn, the wife, tried to sit and watch this movie. She was happy, she felt good about her decision. And then she left about 40 minutes in. And guys, I cannot blame her. David Banner, played by Eric Bana, a geneticist with a tragic past, works at a university trying to do all sorts of animal experiments. And this could have been part of the reason why the wife left early. They show this, and to me it's like, that's not necessary, that's not needed. Come on guys, really? Bruce works with his girlfriend Betty Ross, played by Jennifer Connelly. Together, their goal at the lab is to attempt to create the ability to regenerate any damage to the body. They think it would be a great gift to the world. Unfortunately, Betty's father, the general in charge, wants to weaponize it. As we all know, there will be an accident in the lab, and now poor Bruce Banner is not very likable when he's mad. Furthermore, a lot of important people want to use him as a weapon, and he is a pain in the rear to control. Ang Lee's 2003 Hulk is the first time we see the big guy on the screen. Many critics say there's too much talking, no humor, and I mean no humor, guys, none. And it's a slow burn to start. It takes a while before we see any action. And I agree, it is a slow burn to start. Definitely a bit boring, but they do have some great ideas in it that I enjoyed. They had the comic book theme that he was trying to do, where it's like these cells, and on the screen it'll like switch, and you feel like you're kind of watching the character, like a comic book or something, and it's kind of switching cells and doing neat things like that. I thought that was a pretty clever idea. Another thing that I enjoyed, I liked Jennifer Connelly's depth of her character and relationship with her father, and a kind of somewhat hinted relationship with Bruce Banner as well. I thought they did pretty good at making it a deeper interaction with her as a character. She wasn't just some kind of side piece like they sometimes make those women in superhero movies. Close-ups. They did a lot of close-ups in them, especially in the beginning part before they really got to the Hulk part. A lot of close-ups right in there. In fact, it was really clever, and it creates this feeling of intimacy with the characters. Now, they overdid it, but I almost wouldn't be surprised if the creators of Breaking Bad, who did it well, they knew when to zoom in to make the close-up, to make it intimate. They did it really well, but this was before that. So shout out to them for using that. As far as using something to build a better life tool from this movie, I couldn't really think of from this movie per se, but this movie was really depressing and really melancholy, and I feel depressed every time I watch it. So after watching this, I felt depressed. And I know from experience, I did dialectical behavioral training about 3 or 4 years ago. And one thing they talk about in that is the like emotions attract like emotions. What does that mean? That means that if I'm depressed, I'll find depressive things interesting. I want to feed that depression. Me being aware of this after watching this movie, I knew that's not what I need to do. Things that I need to do is maybe go on a walk, think of things that make me happy, have a list of things that tend to bring my mood up a little bit, and have that list, and then act on it. In this case, I went and talked to the wife and hung out with her for a while, and that seemed to work pretty well. I think that's what I kind of made me think of in this movie, some kind of tool to improve our lives. In summary, this movie has some neat things that I did enjoy. There were some cool Hulk battle with the tanks and helicopters, very much like the comics. And let's not forget the cool comic book effects that they put in there. Unfortunately, there was like one battle that was really cool. Other than that, the battles tended to be at night. Couldn't see what was going on. The movie itself dragged on really long. It was melancholy. No one seemed excited or happy or anything. It's kind of like going through steps. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to give this movie, the 2003 Hulk, if they started, they were trying, a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. But hey guys, don't have to stop with this movie. You can keep learning more about movies and how to build a better life. You can choose this movie list right here, this one right here, that's got the MCU playlist that I'm making for you guys. Or you can choose this random movie list that says the algorithm says that's best for you, the viewer. Either way, go check them out.